So I'm gonna be making a video. I had to search it on YouTube if I'm allowed even to say it, but how to know if you're with a fuckboy. I am talking about past experience or people that I have friends with told me about what happened. But this one's gonna be mine. This was like extremely long time ago. He was my first guy that I actually dated and been with. We were together for like 1 or 2 years, I think. Anyways, and I was like probably like 19, 18, 19. So I didn't know much experience with guys, and I didn't know really much about phones either. Because with my family, I had a phone, but I really couldn't do anything. And then since phones are always upgrading all the time, didn't know anything about it. So I'm pretty sure I would have caught more than I caught during that time. So that guy, he was working at a hotel, and then he said that he had to wear a costume. I didn't believe that part, and he'll be working late. So I decided to call that hotel and actually see if he was allowed to wear a costume. That part was true, unless that person was lying. I always have these ifs now. Anyways, so I asked them, hey, where is he? They said that he's not there. He left, blah, blah, blah. Whatever Tommy told me. So, of course, I'm freaking out. I can't figure out where he is because I was assuming he might be at a bar because we didn't live far from downtown. This is when I was in Austin. And then he didn't come back till late. And I had a gut feeling to look at his phone. So I ignored it till the next day. I kept thinking, I need to check his phone. So I went through his messages. It was no girls' names. It was guys' names. And then during that time, there was a blacklist that you can hide your messages and be on a blacklist. So I went through, and I think it was also a whitelist. So I went to one of those, checked it. It was guys' names. And I was reading it, and I'm like, wait a minute. Beautiful? Why is he calling him beautiful? So I was reading the messages, and they're like, oh, hey, I had a great time with you, blah, 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 you're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And it pissed me off. So I woke him up. He denies it. Guys always freaking denies crap. So you gotta show them the proof. If you have the proof, then they can't deny it. You don't have the proof, they're gonna keep denying it. It's like, fine. That's when I learned I gotta keep all the freaking proof. So showed him the phone. He's like, oh, baby, I'm sorry. And for some reason, I don't know if I did something to his phone, if his phone was like that, but I tried to call the person, and I couldn't hear anything. And that's when I later found out that you gotta click speaker. So I didn't hear the person, because I didn't know about that. Anyways. And then I was asking him, what were you doing? Who did you meet? And he was like, I met this chick, but we didn't do anything. So I'm not going to have proof, hey, they were screwing or anything. But anyways, so I ignored him for a good while that day. He was all moping, I'm, sad and crap. Anyway, so we were at Target. I looked at him and I said, if you cheat on me again, I'm leaving you. And he was like, okay, I won't. There's more to that story, but my main point is, if guys are hiding their text messages, changing it to guys' names, also, if there's another person that has 2 numbers, most likely it's going to be another chick's number with another number. So, I don't get what's the point of guys doing that. If you don't want to be with the person, then break up. Do not lead us on. This is why we don't trust guys. I know girls are doing it, but since I'm a girl, I'm talking about guys. Anyways, and I know I read some comments on YouTube that what happens if you go through, there's people, okay, you have friends, they're in a friend zone. Okay, those friend zones are not always the good guys. Those are the guys that are trying to get in our pants. And also, we don't see them as we like them. But if you want to be out of the friend zone, if you actually are honest and not going to cheat us, then why don't you show us the stuff that we want to show? So that's part of my videos. I have a lot of stories to figure out how guys are screwing us over all the time. So peace.